Let's talk about the big D, divorce, the UK's for that matter. As Britain counts down to leave the European Union, talks of the pending divorce bill are heating up. Boris Johnson has threatened to withhold payment in a No Deal Brexit, something the EU, well, isn't exactly too happy about. But what exactly is the divorce bill, and does the UK legally have to pay it? As one of the biggest contributors to the European Union, Britain's departure will likely leave a huge dent in the EU's pockets. That's why, to EU bosses, the payment is so important. But to Boris, it could be used as leverage to reopen negotiations for the withdrawal agreement. So first of all, how much money are we talking here? Over the years, the figure has varied widely, but the estimated cost is £39 billion. 39 billion, I hear you say. In real terms, what does that actually equate to? Well, you can think of it like 288 Harry Canes or 16,956 Bugatti Veyrons. But Boris claims that paying the full whack under a no deal Brexit could be legally avoided. Why?
A House of Lords report said in 2017, once you're out of the club, you no longer have to pay. It's like leaving a golf club. And that is open to legal interpretation.
Well, government lawyers have calculated that it could only have to pay out as little as £7 billion.
If we come out without an agreement, it is certainly true that the 39 billion is no longer, strictly speaking, owed.
What do you think we owe?
I'm not going to get into the figures, but I'm not going to get into the figures, Robert.
But what's the divorce bill made up of?
It's made up of the expectation that Britain would be paying of the order of 10 to 12 billion pounds net into the European Union. And then there's additional money that has to be paid because of the bills that will be presented later. One other element of this is the long-term liability for the pensions of former EU staff, including former British European commissioners like Peter Mandelson or Neil Kinnock, who we'd have to be paying in as long as they're alive.
So the divorce bill is to essentially pay off these commitments and obligations that the UK incurred while an EU member. But even if we are required to pay the divorce bill, who's going to stop us if we don't? On the surface, the UK is not legally bound to make any payments if it leaves the EU without a deal. But technically, the UK could still be bound to its financial commitments under international law. And refusing to pay could trigger a battle in international court that has the power to force Britain to make the payment. Not to mention, any attempts to strike up trade deals with EU members after then would be very unlikely.
We want a future relationship with the EU, and if the first thing we have done is to renege on a payment which had previously been agreed, that's going to look bad politically.
Boris has claimed that his stark message to Brussels has been a major breakthrough in Brexit talks. But just whether his threats will become a reality remains to be seen.